We're fresh off the heels of a company meeting. We had a company content meeting, so saw a couple people snapping there. It's just it's a good time. Good time when the company gets together and just talks about content. Just talks about what we're doing. Talks about the plans. Hey, Rico.
What's up?
Welcome back.
What's going on? Thank you.
How was Iowa?
It was good. It was really good.
You going to Rutgers this weekend?
You're going to Rutgers Saturday. Chop, chop.
Keep chopping.
Against Wisconsin. Wisconsin, this is a line in the sand game. Wisconsin's either going to bury us or...
It feels like the Big Ten has a line in the sand game every night.
It does.
It feels like there's a lot of teams that are on the edge of being good and just being teams. Like Michigan State's always on the edge. Wisconsin's always on the edge. Michigan's always on the edge. Rutgers is always on the edge. Iowa, are they always on the edge? Like the only ones that are
right now.
The only ones I think are safely just good are Ohio State and who am I missing? Purdue. Thank you.
What about Illinois?
Illinois too.
Illinois, yeah. There you go.
I think Illinois might be the best of the bunch.
Really? I think I had a change of heart when you were gone. When y'all were last here, actually you might not have been here, it might have been Marty. But when y'all were last here, we went through who can win the national title. And we got to Purdue,
getting down
and everybody said no because they don't play any defense. I've changed my mind. I think they can.
At 113 on defense?
I think they can. I think
it's an uphill battle. I agree with you. Jaden Ivey's good. They got bigs. They got a good coach, but yeah, okay.
Because the tournament winner is kind of different every year. Sometimes it's the complete team. Sometimes it's one guy, and that might happen once every 10 years, where it's a Carmelo, where it's one guy just picking up the team and saying, "Let's go win a title." And we haven't had one guy take over a tournament in a long time. So when you look at the tournament, you say, "Who can be that guy?" Purdue has one. Jaden Ivey could do that.
Who would you say is the last one?
Is it all the way back? No, it's Shabazz Napier. To me, it's Shabazz Napier for UConn in 2014.
Yeah.
I think he did it. Like I said, once a decade. Carmelo did it. Danny Manning did it.
Even though they lost, Sam Decker did it. He just went berserk in that tournament run.
Yeah.
He didn't miss a three for like 5 games. He was outrageous.
And I thought if Gonzaga had won last year, the annoying guy would have been a good Timmy would have been a good candidate because he went crazy in the tournament, and then when they got to the Final Four, he kind of cooled off.
Gonzaga's real problem last year was that down the stretch, Corey Kispert couldn't hit a shot. I don't know if it was mental, if it was yips. Like he became John Starks. He had a lot of trouble late.
Their biggest problem was Baylor was just really fucking good.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, Baylor was really fucking good. Now this year, somebody called my show last night and said, "Hey, who do you think can win the national title this year?" I believe if you keep getting on the green, eventually your putts will fall, even if it doesn't fall when you have your best team. Like they're back in the 90s, like Nebraska kept getting close to Florida State kept getting close to a national title. Florida State kept getting close, and they never could get it. They'd have wide left, wide right. I'm talking about football. And finally in 93 they won it. That wasn't their best team. They won it with a team that wasn't their best. I think Gonzaga wins it this year. That's who I'm picking to win the tournament.
I saw Marty tweeted like who's your top 3 that obviously Gonzaga is one of them for you.
So I like Gonzaga. You know who I don't like? I don't like Auburn. I think Auburn is very beatable for an elite team. I think their guard play down the stretch, or they let the ball get into players' hands who don't need the ball in that scenario that aren't very good. I like Gonzaga. I like Kentucky.
Agreed.
And I think I like Kansas or Duke. I like Purdue too, though.
We're probably doing a snake draft on the next episode of Bench Mob.
Taking who you can.
Who can win, and we're also factoring values, obviously via the Barstool Sportsbook. But you're on par with I think one of those teams. Maybe their mascot is a bird, is flying very, very under the radar. And I know it's hard to say that, but they're.
I forgot who I said.
Kansas.
Kansas. Thank you, Jay.
Like I don't think we're talking enough about Kansas.
And this is one of those teams. Kansas doesn't have your Paul Pierce, your Ray LaFrance. It doesn't have the elite player. And this isn't
what they were getting him and Remy Martin. He's out.
And Kansas
they're probably playing better.
Kansas gets to so many tournaments as the overall number 1 seed, and they're not going to get to this tournament as one of the heavy favorites. That's why I think this is the time you look at and they can sneak in there and win it.
Yeah, they got a bunch of guys who just do their Lightfoot is like 6th or 7th in the rotation. He does what he's supposed to do. Christian Brown is fucking annoying how good he is. McCormack is a president.
They defend, I think.
Inside. They played their top, definitely, without even looking, they're top 15 in both. They got to be. If not top 25 at worst. But, yeah, I mean, Self is another guy, too, who's, hungry for a title. He's got to get his legacy. He watched Jay Wright just win, too. Self's been around way longer, probably at better teams in the long run.
Well, Self needs a second one. Calipari needs a second one. Izzo needs a second one.
The fact that Izzo,
I think Calipari is the more amazing one. Calipari is the one that has a number 1 seed every year and
Kansas
just
is
always loses.
4-32, 4 offense, 32 defense.
That's good. That's good enough.
Yeah, definitely. They got to tighten that up a little bit. But
Big F.
Last
night was a grind for you, huh?
It was a grind.
Yeah.
Well, I had 2 that I thought it was going to turn into a great night, and then Kentucky collapsed at the end, and then Wisconsin missed 2 free throws at the end, which it kind of almost worked out because they ended up hitting like a buzzer beater that would have been a soul crusher.
I didn't watch the Kentucky game, but I did get a DM saying, please investigate the obvious point shaving from Kentucky players.
I had a guy, I literally was saying this to Rico before we started recording. I had a guy who bet on LSU who was saying that.
Really?
It was like, I feel dirty. Like, that was – I watched it. I watched, like, most of the end because it got to the point where they just had no chance to cover, and I, like, just turned it off. But they had some weird turnovers that I don't think they were – I don't know.
Calipari's also the same guy a couple of weeks ago was pointing at Sheboy to go cover. So
yeah, the dunk. Yeah.
We're building a case for John Calipari.
Building a case, yeah. Just putting the evidence one by one, brick by brick, of what he does at the end of spread games or games.
There's 2 pieces, without a doubt, now at least.
So I saw an article today. I was talking about the carousel, the coaching carousel this year. So the jobs you got open already, you got Louisville open, Maryland's open, and then jobs that could open like Georgia, South Carolina, Mississippi State.
Georgia is 100% opening.
Yeah.
Green's in hot water.
Green's terrible.
Georgetown, potentially.
Georgetown. I think they just extended him, didn't they?
Did they extend him?
I think they just extended Patrick Ewing.
Oh, because he won the Big East last year.
I don't know. I think they just extended him like this week.
Oh.
Did I misread that?
Oh,
Maybe I did. Sorry, Google Patrick Ewing extension. Maybe I dreamed that. Maybe that didn't happen. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe I'm a scumbag, a weasel, an asshole.
Oh, weasel's a good one.
Skell.
Georgetown, Patrick Ewing.
You're right.
Thank you, Za. Za with the
an extension this week. They've been so bad. I
know they're like 6-21.
I know they won the Big East tournament last year, but they.
I guess they think this
signed a 6-year extension. They just holy shit.
Well, I guess fuck me then.
Maybe I need a college basketball podcast.
All right. You still read newspapers. You're ahead of the game.
That's true. I do. Yes.
Honestly, I'm more just they had been so because they were going to fire him last year if they didn't make that miracle run, and I thought this year them being just like this bad.
Here's the one thing I will say: he's at a disadvantage academically.
Right.
Georgetown's
always been at that disadvantage.
Right. But by the same token, Mike Bray has been in a academic advantage and figured out a way to win the ACC. He's always kind of been there.
I mean, Mike Krzyzewski is at one of the most prestigious academic institutions in the world, and
I thought for a second we didn't want to make it a Duke thing.
I didn't, but I'm just saying academically,
without a doubt,
there are guys who have.
I gave it. Yeah, it's hard to
say. Is getting in there anybody he wants.
It's right. It's hard to say.
I'm not even saying there's.
I mean,
I meant more so like a program that is not established. That's a great comparison with Duke, but like Krzyzewski was killing in the '80s.
Yeah.
I meant more like one that's never really been a basketball powerhouse, but you kind of turned it into something. And I don't really know who can do that at Georgetown. They tried the Ivy thing with his son.
Well, that don't mean to start an argument. I don't mean to start. But you can't say Duke was great in the 80s and say Georgetown's never really been good. Georgetown was a much better program than Duke in the 80s.
I misspoke that.
Okay,
I shouldn't have said that.
All right.
You're right. That's a short-sighted comment. You're right.
All right.
You're right.
Continue. We're snapping Spider. Spider's just he's cheering for us to have a good show.
But John Thompson did it that way where his kids were eligible, so he figured it out. Now they haven't been able to since, and they're not lowering their standards.
Correct.
So like somebody's got to be able to figure it out. They tried the Ivy thing already. His son came from Princeton. That didn't work out. Like, do you do a complete rehaul and try to go get that guy from Cornell because they pluck and play fast? You know, like a Patriot, like those like guys who manage the academics. But I don't really know like what. Because Ewing ain't the guy. I love him. He's a Knick legend. He ain't the guy.
So speaking of college basketball, last night, maybe the game of the year. One in the discussion for game of the year. Providence Xavier. It was 3 overtimes. Providence finally scored the knockout blow late in the third overtime. But
water leaks, clocks going out, shit like that.
What do you think about? You're up 3 inside 10 seconds. Do you foul? I know that technically it's the right basketball play. I just hate everything about fouling up.
No,
three.
theirs, I think they should have because it was inside like 7. Like
I always say foul.
I think what happened was he got to a point where I think he was gonna foul, and he almost he lost a step on him,
Right.
and then it was almost too late where he was gonna foul him in the shot, and he kind of had to just like let him go.
Yeah.
I
If you
always-
foul him at that point, you risk a 4-point play.
I think he lost a step on him. He like stumbled, whatever. Scruggs beat him, and then he kind of just was like, "Fuck."
You not only risk a 4-point play, you risk getting up 3 free throws instead of 2 free throws.
I think he was like, "Fuck, I just got to go now." But I think it's the right play.
It is wild how great of a shot he ended up getting. He like walked right to the
It was a
3-point line.
clean like step in, wide open 3.
And it was a great game. It ended up Providence won it. Providence still a team that doesn't seem to get the respect of the books of
Not getting the
of
respect of
everybody.
the seed lines either. You know what they're seeded?
No, what are they?
There were 4 in the first layout on Saturday via CBS.
That's crazy. That's and they have as many quad 1 wins as anybody in the country, right? Am I right on that?
Real close.
They're up there, yeah.
Probably up
They're
there,
Definitely up
yeah.
there. I think what it is this is Providence. All right, so I think there's like a disconnect where it's like even right now, like the national poll, they're rated like 11. I don't think anyone who's like watching college basketball every day, I don't think anyone genuinely believes they're the 11th best team in the country. On the other hand, you got the Ken Palms, the math, whatever, saying they're like the 40th best team. I think they've proven they're much better than the 40th best team. I think they're a clear top 25 team. They're probably in that like 20 range, like realistically. I think that's where they're at.
Well, the books it's a 2-1 fight because they're like 100-1, 80-1. Like they haven't. The books aren't like, oh my God, Providence is 11. Let's put them at 10-1, 12-1. Like like they're willing to give themselves 100-1 tickets, 80-1 tickets because they know they're not at a real liability.
I just think about it like I just try to picture in my head. I was like, imagine them playing like even like say Arkansas. Like I think Arkansas could smoke them.
Right.
And I think that's kind of where.
I mean, listen, both can be true.
Arkansas's a good team, but I'm just saying they're ranked like 18th right now. Like I think a team like that, like there's like 3-4 SEC teams that I think are probably much better than them. You go to some of the power conferences, they'd probably be like the 4th best team in some of these conferences. They're like a 20-25 team.
They're saying they
a
get
good
lucky.
basketball
Yeah,
team.
everybody gets lucky, and at the same point, like they're winning all these 1-possession games, close games. Like Cooley, maybe they're just fucking tough. They're just
that's a skill. Like
tough team. They're just tough out.
You can't always put you can't like whatever, like you can't materialize like heart, whatever. Just like being clutch.
So on the Barstool Sports book right now, Gonzaga remains the favorite, plus 350. Kentucky second at 7-1.
I believe.
Arizona third, 9-1.
That's one.
Auburn tied with them. They're both 9-1.
That's one I don't know. I don't really know what to make of
I
Arizona.
think Arizona's style of play.
I think Arizona's fucking good, but what a bitch it would be if Tommy Lloyd wins a title before Gonzaga.
Well, that
what a bitch.
That would be something, but if you think about Arizona and what they've done on the court this year, they've certainly earned where they are. They've been incredible. They're fun to watch. But when we go into the tournament, you got to also remember what the Pac-12 did last year in the tournament. Like, if this is a good elite Pac-12 team,
I think the Pac-12 is better this year.
I know if this is an elite Pac-12 team, then look out. They can win a national title. If they're doing this in the Pac-12, which last year was ridiculous. 4 teams got to the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
It was just absurd. And then I don't know how many got to the Elite Eight. It was Oregon State got there, UCLA got there.
That was it.
Oregon got there, right?
Oregon was definitely
UCLA beat somebody, a Pac-12 team in the Elite Eight?
Oregon was definitely at least in the Sweet 16.
I think USC beat. Hold on a second.
Oh, USC.
USC was there, too.
They
beat
smoked
Oregon.
Kansas. They smoked
In the second round, that was one of my best bets that day. But I think USC and Oregon met up in the Sweet 16, if I'm not crazy.
Or the Elite Eight.
No, that's
not the Elite Eight. I thought
because USC got rocked by Gonzaga. I'm nearly positive that it was USC, Oregon in the Sweet 16. Nearly positive.
I think you're
Lines up because Iowa was the 2 in Gonzaga's bracket.
Oregon smoked Iowa.
Yeah, well, that was the only team in,
all right, in the Sweet 16. Gonzaga beat Creighton. USC beat Oregon.
Thank you.
Let's see.
UCLA beat Alabama.
Michigan beat Florida State.
Arkansas.
UCLA beat Alabama.
Arkansas beat Oral Roberts.
Yep.
Maybe I gotta go all the way up.
I know they did to go the
Baylor beat Villanova. And Arkansas beat Oral Roberts. Loyola lost to Oregon State. Oregon State did make the Elite Eight.
One, yeah.
So they had 3 teams in the Elite Eight.
Wasn't Syracuse in the Sweet 16?
Syracuse lost to
Houston. I think.
Houston. Yeah,
Houston.
that's good. That was good.
Good memory.
Plugged in.
You gotta stay sharp, otherwise you lose it.
We're plugged in.
Gotta stay sharp.
Yeah, in the Elite Eight, of course. Let's see.
Gonzaga beat USC.
Gonzaga beat USC.
Baylor beat Arkansas.
UCLA beat Michigan. Houston beat. I forgot Houston made the fucking Final Four.
Oh,
They
wait,
beat
that's going to
Oregon
bother me.
State. They beat Oregon State, right?
Yeah. Beat 8, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And Baylor beat Arkansas by 9.
All right.
Gonzaga beat the shit out of USC. I forgot that Michigan. Y'all remember the score of that Michigan UCLA game?
Yeah, 51-47 or something ridiculous.
51-49. 51-49. It was something. All right. So 888-STOOL22. We're going to open them up today. We're going to open them up again because we'll take your picks. We got the NBA back. We got a full slate of NBA.
They get a little bit of a break then, huh?
They got a nice break.
A nice break.
Like a week from Thursday to Thursday. We'll have the NBA back. We got NHL. Of course, we have a pretty good slate of college basketball. Not a bad slate.
A lot of them are late games, but yes.
Yeah, you got a good slate. A lot of good West Coast games. So there you go. 888-STOOL22. If you want to call in and talk about your picks, you want to talk about what we've been talking about. If you want to talk about anything, call in. Chat boys, hit us up. 888-STOOL22. I got the phones at the ready. Za is ready to take your call. He's not listening to me at all. Oh, you are listening to me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
What are you eating?
Philly cheesesteak. I threw on some mushroom and some bacon in it.
Za was coming under attack. Za had to straighten things out with me last week.
That's fine.
Like buddy of family.
Time out. You added mushrooms and bacon to a Philly cheesesteak.
Hell yeah.
I'm good with that. That sounds pretty good.
Oh, yeah, it's great. Tastes great.
I don't think it's a Philly cheesesteak anymore, but it sounds pretty fucking good.
Mushrooms and onions is pretty standard.
Onions are, but I don't think mushrooms are. On a Philly cheesesteak?
They're in the list of acceptable. Like it's not outlandish.
Bacon for sure is not in the list.
Bacon. Well, why wouldn't
But you can add bacon.
Bacon bits.
I think you can add bacon and mushrooms to any
exactly.
sandwich or burger.
It's when you start doing the lettuce and tomato on a cheesesteak, then.
Y'all like mushrooms on your burger? I love mushrooms on my burger.
I just don't like mushrooms, period.
I don't like them, but I'm coming around on it. If they're sautéed with onions, I don't.
I also like good mushrooms on top of it, drizzled on top of a steak.
We went out in Iowa City the other night. What do you think about this? It was a ridiculous order on surface, but it was a great burger. I think it was the Jamaican jerk burger.
Right.
It was seasoned with Jamaican jerk.
Yeah.
Mango something.
Spicy as shit.
Salsa and pepper jack cheese. It was fucking unbelievable.
I mean, it sounds delicious. It would light me up though.
Yeah, I paid for it.
I once was barbecuing and I decided to do something crazy. I got some Jamaican jerk. I didn't know what. I'd never had much Jamaican jerk. I said, I'm going to get it. I just put it all over the chicken wings. I mean, all over the chicken wings. And I did it up and I ate it. Delicious and couldn't finish 3 bites. Just crazy. 888-STOOL22 if you want to call in. A couple more things before we get to your calls. Major League Baseball has announced, or not announced, but it's been leaked out that if they don't have a deal by Monday, there's going to be a shortened season.
Great.
There's going to be
Great.
We're going to miss opening day. So that leaves 4 days now.
Grow the game.
No, we're not growing Major League Baseball. We're growing college.
You wonder how you become the 4th major sport by a distance. Third.
Third. They're still bigger than hockey.
I know, but hockey's creeping up. They keep acting like this.
They
fucking suck.
By the way, I want to
They're
share.
the worst run organization.
Worst.
Easily.
Banning kids from Twitter for sharing home run clips.
I want to share a little bit about our meeting today. Cause do we have any updates on the Mintzy tour, DJ?
Yeah, I believe today's the North Louisiana branch of the tour.
Okay, if we can get those tweets. So he's on tour, and
he says Fat Tuesday. When is Ash Wednesday? Didn't Ash Wednesday already happen?
I have no idea.
I thought it was in March or April.
Was that?
Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, it's 40 days before Easter.
Oh,
it's a late Easter this year. It's a late Easter this year. I know that.
Was it yesterday?
Easter's like April 15th.
I think it might be next.
It's April next 17th. Week or the week after, maybe.
17th.
It's always April 17th.
It's not always April 17th.
I think it might be next week.
Easter is always on a Sunday. If you want to do that bit.
If you want to see the rundown, you go look for KFC when he has the big marks. That's always his. He's a big Ash Wednesday guy.
So today we've got the North Louisiana leg of the Mintzy tour. Monroe, Thursday, 3 to 6, live hometown show at Miro's downtown with there we go, other competitors.
Someone else's show.
Someone else's show. We're getting them a little love. Then he's going to be in Shreveport, which Shreveport, guess is North Louisiana. I consider that like West Louisiana, but whatever. It's on I-20. Yeah, it's on I-20. There he is. And today we were having our content meeting, and can't hear it.
p.m. I'm in my hometown of Monroe, Louisiana. Going to do a live radio show with my old mentor and childhood friend Sean Fox on Sports Talk 97.7, 3 to 6 p.m. We're going to be at Miro's in downtown Monroe to promote the Barstool Sports book. So Monroeans, Come see us. It's going to be a fun time.
All right, that's
3
enough,
to
that's
6 today.
We were having our content meeting, and God bless the man. So the content meeting was Erica talking to us, Dave talking to us, Erica talking to us, Dave talking to us. Dan took a turn. Dan was talking to us, and Erica opened it up for questions. I think Coley said something about the blog. All these, and then there's a little beat of silence. 1, 2, and Mintzy goes, "Yeah, I'm just killing it down here in the South. I need to ask you guys a question about something. It's on fire down here," and just launches into something. And I'm like, "All right, okay, cool."
Dave's face during that was priceless.
I loved it.
If I was still in a bad mental spot, I would note that someone got celebrated for looking for tickets while others got criticized. But I have learned
We're not worried about triggers, though.
we're not. I've learned now to just
You understand that he didn't actually get celebrated for looking for tickets. He got mock celebrated for looking for tickets to mess with you. We understand that now.
and
We're at that mental place.
you have to treat stars differently. Mintzy's a star. He gets treated differently. I should be ridiculed. Let the stars play. Coach stars differently. So
New York City mayor, apparently, it looks like Kyrie might.
we don't do politics.
You in charge of the show?
Ukraine.
You know what? Let's just go to phone calls. Let's just go to fucking phone calls. Oh,
See,
am I allowed to throw stuff still? Sorry. Did that trigger you too?
I mean,
There was no 6'6" Southerner over there.
It was an easy one-liner. Go ahead.
That's
He's
fine.
playing. Kyrie's back.
He could be back soon. Looks like they're about to ease up the vaccine, so he's going to
Just
be.
waiting for one of these callers to ask our opinion on what's going on right now in Russia.
Well, nothing's happening in Russia. It's all happening in Ukraine.
Bye, Russia.
All right, we'll start the calls, and we will go straight to Sebastian. I have multiple Sebastians, by the way. This is weird. Sebastian in Ohio, go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, hello.
I got a problem with how you pronounce Xavier. It's not eggs Xavier. It's Xavier.
I don't give a fuck.
I get that constantly.
Sorry,
I don't care.
I just don't care.
Honestly, what happens is people hate it so much, I will only refer to Xavier as Xavier.
I'm going to say the X so hard from now on. X.
I've been saying it left to right. I get that. People tweeted at me.
Imagine
constantly.
calling in and that bothering you. Xavier.
Teams are passionate about their teams.
You think people would get to a point in your life you realize when you say "Don't call me this," I just want to call you. It's so bad.
You know what they hate that I do? I call them Wazoo, and they hate it.
That too. I get that too.
They don't mind. They don't like Wazoo.
I've heard a lot of people being like, "We don't."
There's weird. There's weird ones like West Va, like Va Tech. They don't like.
I don't like whiskey.
understand.
I call them whiskey. They don't like whiskey. They hate
Let's
that.
go.
Oh well, people are bitches.
Yeah. I like that. That's what keeps the hate in sports.
Yeah, what's the? I don't know. There's a
We
lot.
had no hate,
I get
yeah.
a lot of that. I definitely get a lot of that. Just
I thought Wazoo liked Wazoo.
because I get it when I tweet pics and whenever Wazoo's in it, I say Wazoo, and there'll always be one or two guys that are like, it's not Wazoo. Like,
Right.
I think maybe I'm confused with Mizzou.
Mizzou.
Mizzou likes Mizzou
I say both. Yeah, I would use both.
because their cheer is like MIZZOU. That's what they do when they see each other.
That's a children's program.
No, but when they see each other in person, they'll be at a fucking mall and somebody will go MIZZOU. People are,
See, you got to keep it simple. That's just the OHIO. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Simple, clean.
And then Penn State does we are
Yep.
pedophiles. So 888 stool.
Criminals.
Yeah. What?
Scumbags.
What happened? No. Penn
Jury
State.
killers.
Penn State.
Evidence burners.
888 stool
Ass
22.
fuckers.
Mark in Philly, spelled folly, but it's okay. I believe it's Mark in Folly. Hello.
Sup, fellas? How you doing?
Good. What's going on?
For my pick tonight, I've got Gonzaga -9.5. I think it's up to 10 now at San Fran. Obviously a little bit chalk, but I've got stats to back it up here. They haven't had a game decided by single digits in this year or last year in WCC play. You'd have to go back to February 2020 to find a Gonzaga West Coast Conference loss or even just a game that they won by 9 or less.
That was
in conference.
BYU, probably.
I get the San Francisco is a bubble team
Not in
with
the
a ton to play for. It ain't going to happen against Gonzaga. This is the smallest number Gonzaga's been favored by since December 4th. Since then, it's been 16 straight games as a double-digit favorite, so I'm taking Gonzaga here.
Yeah, I'm on Gonzaga with you. I was looking at it, and they're playing San Fran, right? Not a bad team.
Yeah.
Decent record, but decent record teams out there go to die against Gonzaga, whether they're visiting, whether they're going up against, and whether they're going up there.
Quick fact check. You just said something that was so crazy it made me think I was wrong. BYU was 1,000% in that conference.
They are.
Oh, I just confused.
It's all
Basketball.
good.
I'm
It's all
sorry, I
good.
confused
It's all good.
myself.
It's all good.
I told myself they were already in the Big 12. My bad.
We do that on this show where somebody
bad.
says something so wrong,
I
and you're
confused.
like backing away, like
Sorry.
it's like people are gonna kill you. And
My
it's like,
bad.
no, kill the guy.
My fault. My fault.
All good, man.
I
It's
got
all
him.
good.
I got him playing Kansas State already. Sorry, mistake on my part. It happens.
That's crazy. They're going to Big 12, but I think he's right. It's also San Fran getting a lot of love. I feel like Gonzaga's like flex. Timmy's already got his celebrations fucking planned.
Aaron and Whiskey, go ahead.
Mr. Bosco, great to have you back.
Thanks.
I don't know no Terry that works at Barstool Sports. I only know a Mr. Rico Bosco, and it's great to have you back. Fuck Doug Gottlieb. Fuck Jeff Nadeau. Fuck Big T. I said it. I said it. Thank you, Rico. Let's get the song going.
I have a cold. You can't get mad at that. This guy he's happy on a fucking Thursday, 12:26.
He's not happy. He's just marching in lockstep. That's all he's doing.
I'm a rider. I'm always happy.
You think the Russian soldiers marching into Ukraine are happy? No, they're just doing what Putin said. These guys just doing what you said. All right.
I think
Whatever.
when someone calls in and gives praise to someone other than Brandon gets upset.
No, I don't. But that wasn't praise. That was
two guys calling and be like, "Great picks, Big Ev." You're like, you literally.
I don't mind. I never mind if you. But
I've been trying to do one positive like world tweet every day.
Okay, so we can.
Today I did one about sportsmanship in the CHSAA.
Can we have a
The other day I said, hey, you know what? I fucked up about Fran Fraschilla.
Can we have
For a year. I own
conversation
that.
about what's going on with you?
Yeah, go ahead.
So looks like you have ended the embargo because the new Mush the Line is called, right? This is real?
Yeah, go ahead. What is it?
It's called Marty Jerry.
Go ahead. You can say it.
It's called Marty Jerry Terry.
Yeah, it is. We leaned in. I kind of got bullied a little bit, but,
All right.
you know.
Okay. All right. All I will say
Somebody says you can't hit your four
I
iron.
think it's going to be good for you.
Whip out your four iron.
Yeah. I
Sets
think it's good for
free.
you
It's
too.
gonna set you free.
I agree. I agree with Big F.
We had Gary Vee on today. It was a good interview.
It's one less thing to worry about.
Yeah.
Also, I like the idea of Marty, Jerry, and Terry, but whoever did the logo can't read. Did you see that?
Yeah, you put the star in the middle.
Can we see the logo for Marty, Jerry, and Terry?
Put the star in the middle.
Well, why not just call it Marty, Terry, and Jerry then? What's
I do think the other sounds better.
Marty, Jerry, and Terry?
I don't know, just the way it. I don't know. It's just
But
the way
if
it
you're going to
sounds.
call it that, why? Okay. Also, how did you allow Marty to look that good in the logo?
It looks good. I think we all look good. King of New York, then. Look at that.
You're thick.
Yeah, thick chick. A lot of thoughts in my chin. Carry a lot of stress on my neck. I'm telling you, my neck's
That's why
gonna
you
go down.
carry it right here.
A lot of stress.
Yeah.
Fucking, you think that's like a joke.
I do too. It's not cholesterol.
I
It's
gotta leave early today. I got another meeting, but no, seriously. But the
No,
woman,
I believed you.
she's like, what? Like, I'm not supposed to. I mean,
I wouldn't
Dr.
talk about.
Time privilege, but no, she's like, where does it go? I'm like, I honestly, I feel it in my face.
You realize Dr. Client privilege just is about the doctor. It's not about you. Can say whatever you want.
All right, fair, but I do. If I feel it in my neck, it fucking like start to get those ticks.
Let's go to this one of Big Ev's guys. Tony in the West Loop.
Good gambler.
Hey, what's up, my guys? What's going on? Yo, Brandon, we were on Florida last week, power rating situation where the bookies just have caught up. I think another game tonight that I like a lot. You know, at some point, San Jose is going to have to get respect. If they keep playing like this, I think we have another week or two's worth of games to get value on them. Soroka's been one of the worst 10 goaltenders in the league. I like San Jose plus money tonight at home with James Reiner and that. Appreciate you, boys. Rico, glad you're back. Talk to you soon.
Thank you. Well, the Sharks did eat Shark ate duck the other night.
Yeah,
so-
that was a good play.
Yeah.
Not the Yak Boys. I played it.
Shark eat duck.
I want to just go to Borelli's for a playoff game.
I'm gonna go to Borelli's.
I will
period.
honestly. I will offer to like wait tables, help the rush. I don't need to be on the stream. I just want to go. That first stream,
Taking the environment.
1,000% needs to happen. I tried to last year and it just couldn't work out.
That new arena is not even close to Borelli's.
UBS.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Well, no, you didn't say anything. I'm talking about you said going to Borelli's for a hockey game, but I understand that Borelli's used to be right across the street from where they played.
Yeah, no.
Now the new
UBS
arena is like
not.
30 minutes away.
No, it's in Queens. Pretty sure.
It's
Still on Long Island.
It's on Long Island. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I went out there. It's a ways out there. 888 Stool 22. 888 Stool 22. Line 9. That has got Kyle in Montana. Go ahead, Kyle.
Hey, it's Kyle Trade Offer. Hey, I got a question for you about a future. I got a future on Providence to win the Big East Conference, and I was just wondering how if there's any way I'm going to get screwed on like a tiebreaker, or for some reason Nova has played 2 extra games than everybody else. So I was curious if you had any input on that, and then I got a pick for you maybe.
All right, so Providence is 13-2.
They lost to Villanova and they lost to.
They have Creighton and Villanova, which would put them at 14-3, worst case. And Villanova is 14-4.
It's the math hour with Rico Bosco.
No, I mean worst. So 14-3.
What's your number on that?
14-3 and 15-4 is the same percentage points, though, correct?
I don't think so. It's not, right?
No,
because it's more.
Oh,
14-3 would be better.
No, I don't think that's right.
Yeah,
if you did it in baseball,
if you're 14-3 and then for 2 games you go 50%, that'd make you worse because you were better than that.
But if you did it,
I think what I just said is
if the Mets and Yankees were in the same division, or Yankees.
You know what, Kyle? Fuck you for doing this. Fuck you for doing this. Also, what was your odds? What'd you get it at?
You want to go to a lifeline?
I got it at 2,800.
Ooh.
Wow.
On December 23rd.
I feel like you gotta let that cook.
Yeah, you definitely gotta let that cook.
That's a great fucking bet.
That thing's simmering and smelling pretty good.
Win, lose, or draw. That's a great bet.
That thing is smelling pretty good on the stove right now.
I might have a lifeline to break that tie if you want. 2 minutes. I just text the guy. I'm interested to see
I didn't
worry
tell
about
you.
the guy.
You were on suspension, or you were on vacation. Sorry, I flew out to L.A.
I was on suspension.
Suspension.
Actions have consequences.
Yes, I flew out to L.A. for the yak and all that, and I'm getting I was sitting first class naturally because I'm one of the.
you texted me.
I was one of the company's most important guys, and I'm sitting there. Chris Broussard gets on the plane. Chris Broussard, and he's just he's Chris Broussard, and I look at him and I said, "Do I do it? Do I fucking give?" Do I give Rico the what do I do? What do I do? And he walked the other way. He went to a seat that wasn't even close to me. But I was this close to trying to connect you and Chris Broussard because he was on the plane.
Well, I mean, I have his cell.
Yeah, you can call him whenever. But I kind of that's what I should have texted you, had you call him and I could watch him not answer.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I fucking should have done. Maybe next time I don't know. This guy's dressed to the fucking nines. Who's this guy?
Wow. How
you doing?
He looks very familiar.
He looks very
I want
important.
to say he's a comedian or something.
It kind of looked like the kid from.
All right, let's.
No, fucking Stranger Things.
Could that have been the kid from Stranger
Never
Things?
seen it.
He hit a bit of a growth spurt. He looks
I never
skinny,
seen the show.
tall.
Okay, maybe.
I'm on it.
He's on it. Okay.
I think that might be the guy that plays jazz on the new Bel Air series.
Oh, I haven't.
Oh.
I know. I saw MREX posted a story about doing something with him for game time today.
I haven't gotten to jazz yet, but I have started watching that show.
How is it?
It's so far so good. Although I'm only 20 minutes into the first episode.
I see some clips of the Saved by Bell thing. They do the exact scenes they're doing. I'm out on it.
I don't have any interest in watching the Saved by the Bell one, but I do have an interest in a reimagining of Bel Air. People say, "Oh, it's not comedy." I think it's better that they're not trying to redo the comedy. I think it's better that they're leaving the original to be itself, and then they're taking it in a different direction where everybody's kind of maybe an asshole and everything. Stakes are a little higher. I know. I mean, the very first, what he gets sent out there for is a lot more serious in nature than what Will got sent out for in the actual show.
Well, I would think so. That's a 2020 version.
Yeah, he gets. What's 2022? You're about 2 years behind.
Decade.
Yeah,
It took 2 years to get it greenlit. Ev's
we're
right.
talking
Big Ev just didn't pay
Worked in the
attention to
business.
COVID.
He used to work the grip as an extra every once in a while. He got his union card.
Let's go to number 10.
What do you think about the 1 Diaz? Can that be good? I haven't watched.
Actually, yeah, I think that could be good. I think that could be redone pretty well. It's on right now, right? Or it's in between seasons 1 and season 2. I would watch that one too.
It's just also very lazy though, like How I Met Your Dad and all this shit.
That one's terrible. Sean and Maryland, go ahead.
What's up, guys? Tonight in college hoops, you got a matchup in a mid-major conference that not many people pay attention to, but you're going to get great value on the lines right now because UNCW is going to Drexel, but UNCW right now is in a neck-and-neck fight with Towson for the number 1 overall seed in their conference tournament. Right now, they're plus money to win the game. They've got more to fight for right now than Drexel does, who's been basically a 500 team in conference play all season. Personally, I think that this is the right kind of spot for UNCW to get a big win on the road. That way they can keep pace for that top seed.
I like that. What's the line?
I believe it's 5.5
Oh,
last I saw.
I like that a lot.
All right, good pick. Thank you, Sean.
This is when teams check out.
And this is when the callers are very valuable because the money is where?
He's in the crumbs.
And that's a crummy call. That's a fantastic call. Thank you, Sean. Quick, mascot, Drexel.
Dragons.
All right, mascot, UNCW. I think it's a bird.
I want to say
Seahawk?
Yeah. Oh.
I don't know why
Seagull?
I don't know why I was weird thinking like a knight.
I think it's a knight? Yeah, I think it's a bird.
Can I be like a party pooper for championship week? I looked at the schedule because I'm a nerd and you had to find it hard, but they have a graphic. There's too many games on Saturday, and there's not enough
Seahawks.
There's not one championship on Thursday or Friday. Like you get a ton of the leagues on Tuesday.
Well, I agree.
Saturday, there's too many championships.
But that's going to make Saturday pretty awesome.
Oh, it's the fucking best, but they overlap a lot.
I always thought there should be more on Sunday. Sunday, you usually get that Big Ten championship. You usually get SEC. I always thought Sunday.
There's enough Sunday. There's the A-10 as well as the Ivy.
Yeah.
I disagree with that, though. I think those teams, power conferences kind of get fucked on the seeding.
You want to get them out of the way on Saturday.
Rico, how did you feel when the Big Ten did a week earlier to do MSG that one year, 2018?
I didn't hate it, but I don't think a power conference loves having that layoff.
Who's in MSG this year, Big East?
Just the
Big East every year, yeah.
And the ACC's in Brooklyn, correct?
I think so.
That's nice.
Oh, wow.
I know where a lot of those ACC teams will be practicing.
And Dan's building?
No. My building. Like,
sorry, that's a yak joke.
My guy's building.
My bad. Towson mascot. I don't know. Tigers, maybe?
No.
That was the first thing that popped in my head was the Tigers, but I think that could be just alliteration.
I'm getting old with those. Okay, I got a lifeline on the break. If you
I
want.
have a guy that DMs me every single day. And he DMs me, today is 2:22 and your hair looked very good on Pick Central. Today is 2:23, your hair looked okay.
Right, it's Towson Tigers.
Hey, man.
John, live to tape on Pick Central.
Live.
Wow.
Quick question. Caller made a question. Do you understand the tiebreaker for Providence and Villanova? Villanova's played 2 extra games. What happens if they both, obviously they play head-to-head, but it looks like Villanova's probably going to finish 15-4, and Providence will be 12-3 or 14-3. What is the tiebreaker scenario?
Yeah, so really not a tiebreaker because you have an uneven number of games. What basically is the situation here is if Providence wins on Saturday, they are the Big East regular season champions. If they lose that game, and if they then lose to Villanova on Tuesday, and Villanova goes on to beat Butler next week, Villanova wins the regular season title. Now, if Villanova loses twice out of their final 3 games, so Villanova takes, they only have 2 games left. If they were to lose both those games, then Villanova would not be the regular season title. Basically, Providence needs one
Saturday.
win. Providence needs 1 win to win the Big East. They have 2 games to do it. Obviously, Saturday is the best chance to do it.
It's against Creighton?
It's against Creighton at 8:30 Eastern time on FS1.
Who's on the call?
I'm on the call.
All right. See, that's how that works out. Thanks, Johnny boy. Take it easy.
Thanks, Rico.
All right. That guy is the best.
Who was that?
John Fanta, the best.
I just went on a record from the jump. I just said 14-3 was better, and I was scoffed at.
Can we just – I'm not really worried about that as much as the fact that he just called the announcer for the game.
I like
That's a pretty good move.
I got a very strong phone now.
Really?
I got a very strong phone.
Think you have a stronger phone than me?
In my industry, yeah.
What does that mean?
Like how many college football coaches you text Happy Holidays?
I think
Merry Christmas.
None.
Hey, great
I would
win.
never do that.
Elephant emojis.
I will never do that.
Okay.
I text Saban a lot.
You text him Saban a lot.
Text him elephant emojis.
This is why you say I
I
don't like Rico. He does the shticks.
I text him.
Shtick Walker.
So it's you and Terry's anniversary, huh? Eggplant emoji and then wet emoji. I do that.
Actually, I think he might have you beat. He got Bob Huggins to refollow me.
Forgot about that.
Bob Huggins gave me clothes once. Gave me a bag full of clothes.
And that was from when he followed me initially.
Did y'all get a bag?
For some reason, at some point,
Took care of us. I was an A-. You know why? What's the only thing that was a knock? Not one stitch of clothing.
Really?
He said their merch team is fucking stingy. It's a great trip though. We're on the jumbotron. We're harassing the
Right,
ref.
we're such assholes that we judge people by how much free shit they give us.
Bro, they got cages on the fucking thing.
Fucking
crazy.
I mean,
This is what it is.
We went to Nebraska. They it was one shirt apiece. We went to West Virginia. Them motherfuckers just gave us bags of stuff.
I saw.
I had a buy.
Spider came to his hotel room, just had a stack of West Virginia merch, like wine. He had like snacks.
I bought the fish fry shirt. It was unbelievable. It's Huggins' face with a cap, and it's like it's a caricature. It's great.
All right, so Sebastian, Steve, Cal, TD, Sam, Joey, Coochie, Sebastian, and this the third Sebastian? Am I being joke? Is this a joke? Vito, and then somebody from the 502. So that's who I want to get to here. I'm going to try to get to all of you in 15 minutes. We'll start with Sebastian in Michigan. Go.
All right, listen. This is the best Sebastian you got calling. But anyway, Big Av, you gave me a take about Michigan State basketball, bro. We are fading hard down the stretch. What is this? What is the ceiling for this team in March? I mean, we started so well early in the year, but it seems like we do this every year. You know, it's the roller coaster of Michigan State basketball. We just don't have a late game scorer. We get exposed.
It's funny because I was after when they went and blew out Wisconsin. What was it, on the road? I think, or maybe it was home. Regardless, when they blew out Wisconsin that game, I was like all in on this team. I was like, God, they were hitting shots. I was like, this team could be really good. I feel like since that game, they've just lost every single game since. I don't know what to think of them anymore. Like,
We watched the other night. It was a fucking blowout. They
I don't
just
know
can't
what
score.
Because like that game, I was like, they got guys like Christie was scoring, like Hall scoring. I was like, everybody's scoring. I was like, they're making shots. Like I'm thinking they're like a real, and they just haven't made a shot since.
I think you brought this up. It's the names are running through now. Who's the guy from Texas? The football coach that was great as a underdog recently. It's a very easy name. Tom Herman. Okay, yeah, sorry. Tom Herman.
Okay. I forgot where BYU played.
Yeah, right. It's fair. Tom Herman, we kept saying Tom Herman has a dog, right? And once everyone got wind of that, didn't it become like, hey, it's too, like almost like Dan's Christmas unders. Like It got too popular. Has the Izzo thing peaked?
I think it probably peaked a decade ago.
I get it, but like even every year, no matter what, like you got to almost get rid of Michigan State. And I know it's difficult because they did make the Final Four 2 years ago and beat a fucking great Duke team, or 3 years ago, whatever it was. But like long term, like isn't it safer to fade Izzo rather than just ride him at this point?
Guy hasn't won a title in 22 years. If you're a title-winning coach and you haven't won a title in 22 years, then you're not a title-winning coach.
This year's team does nothing to.
They've had some early exits too. I mean,
this year's team does nothing to excite.
Middle Tennessee State year, like they've had some tough.
I gotta be honest too. Watching the game, I know he got the tech to fire him up. They made one run in a 4-minute thing. I had a call timeout. They cut it to 10, but he kind of checked out late. It was like, we're down. Like he couldn't stop me.
The Iowa one, it was like
sat down. He wasn't really fighting.
All right, we just did 3 minutes on one guy's call. So from now on, I want to get everybody's call. I don't want to leave anybody hanging. I want to get everybody going. So we're going to do short, quick calls, and y'all shut the fuck up.
You gonna close them up now? Take whatever's on and close them up.
Steve in Illinois, go.
What's going on, boys? I got soccer. One starts in 2 minutes, so you may want to check that out. It's all both teams to score. Real Sociedad versus Leipzig. Neither team plays any sort of defense at all. Real Betis versus Zenit St. Petersburg. Again, neither team plays any defense. And then Slavia Prague versus Fenerbahce. The first game of all of these, 3-1, 3-3, and 3-2, I believe, or 2-2. Sorry. So all these games were a shootout in the first leg. So this is going to be all shootouts again. None of these teams play any defense. They are bad.
Okay, thank you very much.
I'll never bet soccer, but that is something to root for.
Well, he's right about Slavia Prague. He's absolutely right.
Just both teams. How do you not bet both teams to score? At least it's fun.
Cal in Dallas, go ahead.
Love that. I'll be quick. Ev, how about that Dawkins and Jim Miller last week? Free money. Thank you very much.
Unreal.
I'm back with another UFC pick this week. We got, first of all, a smart guy who follows me on Twitter once said money's in the crumbs. We've got some crumbs. We've got some fight night Saturday at 3, prelim UFC bets. Terrence McKinney, he's on an absolute tear. 4-fight KO streak. He gets he's only
these like plus 100 range.
I don't understand it at all. Yeah. Oh my God, that's disgusting. He's on a 4-fight knockout streak. We're getting plus money. Thank you. Check, please. All right, we got a little teaser. Jonathan Martinez. He's fighting a guy who's pretty good. Don't get me wrong, but I just like Martinez in this matchup. I think he takes him down, submits him, and if he dares stand with him, he just knocks him out. And then there's a little bit of a teaser here. Misha Serkinov. He's fighting a guy who did well. He's a sick record, but he did well in the local Brazilian scene. He's gotten up to the UFC. He's 2-3 in the UFC. I don't think he's made for this big stage. I think Misha takes him out early, and we're looking at plus 400 if you want to parlay it. Might be a little risky. I might parlay those first two picks just to get plus 260. That's a free money check, please. Thank you very much. But if you want to go all three, get crazy, plus 400, I love those.
Well, thank you for being quick. I appreciate that.
I like the plays. I like McKinney.
If they win, you can't say shit.
Well, I like the plays, but he was like, "I'm going to be quick," and then he just talked.
He had a lot of info.
He won last week. I like his.
He does seem like a very good gambler.
I remember his call last week. We had similar. Like we both were on Miller. That was a good pick.
Sam in California. Go Sam. My dog's name's Sam.
What's up, boys? I'm going to be quick here. So I was listening yesterday, and this guy gave out Kyle Larson, and that's just the squarest pick you could ever get for the race this weekend at Auto Club Speedway.
Okay.
I like Martin Truex plus 900. I like Kevin Harvick plus 1,600. I like Austin Dillon top 10 plus 200. That's free money. All right, have a good day.
Thank you.
Attaboy.
That guy was quick.
Picks.
That guy was very quick.
Also 9:45 out there. Good for him.
TD in Arizona. Go ahead.
Hey, I'll make it real quick for you guys. We got number 2 Arizona versus Utah. In Utah tonight, that elevation will low-key kill the run of that offense. So what I'm going to take is the minus 4.5 first half. And like I said yesterday, 4 of the starting 5 are foreign. And actually 8 of the 9 of the rotation are foreign. We got Lithuania, Mali, Lithuania, France, Sweden, Canada. We got it all. So take it first half minus 4.5. Book it.
Arizona?
Yeah, you weren't here yesterday. That guy hates Americans. He called in and he said Arizona basketball, bet on them because they're 4 of their 5 starters are foreign. And now he just stretched it out. All was it 8 of 9?
8 of 9 the rotation.
I mean, that's an incredibly foreign team. Let's keep going to Joey in Michigan. Go, Joey.
First off, go blue and Martelli we trust. And fade Martin Philly, take San Fran with the points. It just feels like one of those nights. Rico, you're the man. Big Ev, you're awesome. Brandon,
Suck my dick.
Morgan Philly gets a bad rap, I'll be honest.
Coochie in Toronto. Go, Coochie.
Fellas, I don't know if you heard, but Danny Ocean's out of jail and he's taking Vegas for a big one. I got UAB versus Texas San Antonio under 146.5. The Roadrunners' 333rd efficient offense cannot score the ball and will not tonight. I'm going to hang up and listen. Thank you very much.
UAB is a team to keep your eye on in the tournament.
I love such a random pick like that, like the under in UAB.
You like Andy Kennedy?
I think he's doing pretty good.
That's
They should have
UAB's
won.
head
I
coach.
think they lost in the conference championship last year in an ugly one. I like him.
Jelly Walker? Is that the guy's name? Jelly Walker?
I believe so.
That's their best player, Jelly. Yeah.
They got a team who can play.
Jelly is a name.
I'll be honest, they're a team with no. I've never watched them with sound.
Yeah.
They're on like a distant.
Does your
TV.
UAB love transcend sports, or does it stop at football?
It stops at football, but I respect the basketball program. The other
They
team,
have a pretty good basketball.
the other team to keep your eye on is South Alabama. 4 like major Division I transfers.
Yeah.
They're very, very, very talented. These dudes can play.
Remember Mike Anderson's UAB teams? They'd get the fuck after you, man.
Yeah,
They were really good.
He can't do it at St. John's. I don't
No,
know.
but his UAB teams were good. Vito in Arizona, go.
Hey, I'm looking at USC to win the Pac-12 South in football, and then also as a future USC to make the playoffs. With all the issues that Arizona State has, I'm canceling my season tickets. What do you guys think?
I wouldn't cancel your season tickets because you don't want them to get good in 3 years and then you're at the back of a line. At least that's how they do it at Mississippi State. I have to sit through the bad years so I can enjoy the good years. But anyway, so USC to win with so many as many transfers as they got. Like usually you would say, well, it takes a guy a year or 2 to get going. But now I don't think that's the case anymore. I think you can get going immediately. Like Mel Tucker got going. It was his second year, but if you take COVID out, like it was really his first year, and he got going immediately. I think Lincoln Riley could win the Pac-12 his first year. Playoff, I don't know. That seems like a lot, but it's worth a flyer.
Yeah, I was going to put like a $5 on it. Nothing crazy.
I mean, listen.
$5 on my usual 20 on Ohio State to win it all.
I mean, who's gonna have the best coach in the Pac-12? Probably USC, right?
USC.
Who's gonna have the best quarterback?
Gone.
Who's gonna have the
We
best?
want him gone here in Arizona.
Okay. Who's gonna have the best quarterback? USC, right?
Yeah,
Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Like they're going to be really good immediately. 888-STOOL-22. We go to line 10. That's where Riley's hanging out in Kentucky.
Jack Mac's dead to me, by the way.
No, we're not doing
Hey,
dead
what's
to
going
me.
on?
Hey, Riley.
Hey, I have a Kentucky Derby future pick for y'all.
Love it. I fucking love it.
Hit us with it.
All right. I like the favorite, Smile Happy at around plus 1,000, and then I also like Tis the Bomb, kind of a underdog. Bafford's not allowed at the Churchill Downs Kentucky Derby this year, and both those horses aren't his.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the favorite, and eating chalk in college basketball.
Win one.
I thought that was the name of the horse. Eating chalk in college basketball. All right, thank you very much.
Chalk eating weasel is a great horse name.
Eating chalk, yeah.
I just ordered obviously, I show you the pictures of the basement. I ordered a bar sign, Twin City Falls beer, it says on the bottom, and it's the 100th Kentucky Derby. I opened the thing. I might have to throw it out. It stinks.
Okay.
It was in a bar with cigarettes. It's bad. It's like hazardous to my basement.
I'm sorry about that, but why is Jack Mac dead to you?
He didn't. No, it's a fucking.
Oh, I thought you were. Yeah, I can never tell if
Gave
you're
him
being
5
real or not.
thumbs up, and he never fucking.
I can never tell if you're being real or
Jack
not.
Mac's dead to me like 3 times a week.
A lot of people are dead to you all the time.
He's in on the joke. Ev was dead to me when he said,
Is
"I
everybody
wishes I get COVID."
Coming off the break is everybody
It's gonna
alive
be
to
fun.
you, or is there still
Everybody's
some?
alive.
Everybody's alive.
Everybody's alive.
Khan's alive.
No.
Okay, well, Ryan in Ohio, go.
I only worry about full time.
Hi ho, gentlemen. Make it quick. I'm a Michigan honk. Rough year this year. What do you think their chances are in the tournament here this year?
I don't love them, but I do kind of like a good shot. Like, if you have to go to a coach that isn't your coach, Martelli's a hell of an option.
Yeah. Yes, I could already see the banner. 5-0 as interim head coach, hanging in Michigan, just like he did at fucking St. Joe's.
I mean, isn't this how Steve Fisher got the job at Michigan back in the late '80s? He fucking
went 6-0 in the tournament.
Yeah, he won the tournament, so he got the job, and then he was fine. But 888-STOOL-22. We probably need to get the
Martelli.
picks. I got 2 calls. Dylan and John, I'm coming to you. Go fast. That way we can get our picks. Dylan in Wisconsin, go.
Quickly, Rico, have you ever watched Belmont? They're +3. They were -6 first time they played Murray State. Is Belmont good this year?
Belmont's very good, but they start very slow in the first. There's been some ugly games.
Murray State's also good, aren't they?
Murray State's very good as well.
Yeah.
Belmont's a weird team. They're very weird this year. I'll be honest. They've been down. They had a fight. They were laying 13 one game. I bet them. They had a fight for their life to win. They're a weird team.
Thank you. Belmont mascot.
Bruins.
Murray State mascot. That was easy.
Racers.
Yeah. John in New York, go.
Not to be confused with Brandon's mascot.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I just got a quick NHL pick. Been banging out a lot of overs that been hitting for me. Blue Jackets, Panthers. I got it at like 7.5. I'd take it at like even 10 if it was. I see a lot of goals in these games. Thanks for all you guys do. See ya.
Thank you very much. So that's our last call. Somebody just called in right now, but I just don't have. If I told the other guys to be quick, don't call in now. Yeah. Like it's in the 803, so I apologize. I can't get to you. But 888-STOOL-22. We might open the phone lines up tomorrow too. Who knows?
How did TCU not fucking stay in the number yesterday?
Whatever. You know.
That was what
you ride a horse till it bucks you, and it bucked me yesterday. And let's go with Big F.
What a cover by Texas. That was the problem too. That was the one I was deciding between.
Yeah, but that was
that would have been
the gambling gods evening things out on TCU. TCU shouldn't have covered against Baylor. Right. They snuck inside the number, and last night they snuck outside the number.
TCU should have won the game.
Yeah. All right. What we got?
So I got Indiana -6. I got Ohio State +6 in the over. I got Oregon +3, and I very much like Arizona State +6 tonight at Colorado.
You're jumping on a very desperate Indiana team.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, desperate's good, right?
Yeah.
Rico Bosco.
I'm on Bryant. -4. Games in Brooklyn. I'm working my way to go. I love the coach of Bryant. I love their pace. Southern Utah, Montana over 142.5. Those Big Sky games just get going. And Dan Erdy, Big Cat's already worried about this one because I'm fading Portland State again. Portland State or Sacramento State. Whatever. Weber State tonight -5.
That was confusing as all hell.
It is because I'm fucking. Hold on. Portland State. I've been going against Portland State and been wrong a lot, but I'm going to cash this one. Weber State.
All right, I got NBA back, so I got Grizzlies -3. I like Gonzaga -10. Listen, whenever you look at them going up against a decent team in that conference on the road, you think, oh, this is the night, and it's never the night. It's just not. that much better than everybody out there. I know San Francisco's got a shiny record. And I know it'll be full and they'll be jazzed up and they'll be down 12 at the half. So Gonzaga -10 and Hawks Bulls opened at 230. Whoever's betting it raced it up to 235. You got a big total like that, bet the over. You got good scores there. You got DeRozan, you got Trae Young, you got a lot. The Hawks don't really play defense, so that's my card. I don't know if we have anybody else's card. I'm sure Mintzy and Mush were late today. Mush, by the way, I have no ill will towards because he had a travel day from hell yesterday. How did you escape that?
Crazy.
I had to get on an early flight,
and you got lucky.
I had the 6:35. I went on like 3 hours sleep. I paid for it that way, and I got delayed for an hour in.
What you got here?
Charlotte, but yeah.
Wait, you went from Iowa to Charlotte?
Yes.
Oh, that sucks. Charlotte's a good airport, though.
Bro.
Charlotte's a good airport.
I was not in a position to eat, but
Bojangles, they got Bojangles everywhere.
Right next to the Bojangles.
I mean, Charlotte, if you're going to get stuck somewhere, Charlotte ain't a bad place because they got a lot of restaurants and it's all good.
Somebody actually tweeted me yesterday and said, "Hey, I was in the seat next to you. I wanted to ask for a picture, but you were not feeling good." So I was like, "Thanks for being."
Oh, that's just him.
Thanks for being kind.
All right, that's.
No, I was in bad shape.
Oh yeah, y'all went out.
I was in bad shape.
Yeah.
Too old. It was like Ewing on the Sonics. Like you could see the shades of greatness, but I was washed up. I'm serious.
No, it worked perfectly.
I was talking mad shit. I was telling kids in the bar. I'm like, I'm gonna show you shit you never thought of, and then I fucking.
You have your whistle?
I didn't, because you can't bring it to the game. I was already harassing the refs.
You gonna be here tomorrow?
Possibly.
Oh, y'all got Rutgers this weekend.
Yeah, Rutgers this weekend.
You gonna be here tomorrow?
I'll be here.
I'll be here tomorrow. The Yak is up next.